Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeni Gishafe. For 58 years, West Ham United had to wait for a European Championship, and right now they've got it. And they are celebrating for the fact that they were able to hammer Fiorentina yesterday in the Europa Conference League. Congrats to the Hammers, as they call them. Welcome you on the show proper 360 Sport, where we give you details in the world of sport. Well, right now we start with stories trending. We start with NWFL Super 6 Bayelsa Queens keep title defense alive with win over FC Robo Queen of Lagos. That match that was played yesterday. Let's look at that story. NWFL Super 6 Bayelsa Queens keep title defense alive because they won their game against FC Robo Queens of Lagos. Looking at the other result of games that actually played yesterday over there in Sabah, where is happening concerning women football right now. Well, Bayelsa Queens won 1-0 against FC Robo there, and you have Conference also defeating Edo Queens. It was a shocking defeat to Edo Queens. A lot of people never saw that coming because if you look at the strength of Edo Queens against Conference Queens, you want to give it to Edo Queens, but they lost that game against Conference Queens of Kogi there 1-0, and transferring that to how the table is standing in that particular NWFL Super 6, where the women are really fighting hard to see who stay top. Rivers Angels are topping their group with 3 points after playing their first match. Bayelsa Queens are second. You have Robo Queens still yet, so at least right now they are waiting to see if they can get a point. And in Group B, Delta Queens are having 3 points. Conference Queens, they actually played 2 matches. They won 1 and they lost 1 with 3 points. While Edo Queens are yet to also get a point in this particular competition taking place in Asaba. Match day 2 standings for women football. Really fantastic performance from Conference Queens of Kogi, surprising everyone against Edo Queens. Right now, let's link our guest who is joining us from Asaba to give us update. He has been there seeing those games. Ahmad Emmanuel, good to have you on the show.
Beautiful morning to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, good one. Talking about the matches earlier displayed, that's Women Football League Super 6 taking place in Asaba. You've been there, you've seen everything that actually happened. Give us insights to how those matches went down yesterday.
Well, absolutely. Let me start with the first tie between FC Robo Queens and Bayelsa Queens. It was a battle of queens all through yesterday. I must start telling you that the girls from Lagos actually came into this Super 6 tie with a lot of optimism, a lot of believe that they can actually do it, at least getting into the finals. Especially when you have the coach, Emmanuel Osaho, who was super ready to even play every day, believing in the strength of his girls. But then something really went wrong, I must tell you, because I was at the stadium. I actually followed the game keenly, and I must tell you that FC Robo Queens were the ones doing the playing. But then Bayelsa Queens had their ways, and then they got the only goal that actually sealed victory for them yesterday. It was a painful one for Emmanuel Osaho because we caught up with him after the game, and he was like, "Well, it's football. They did everything, but then he just cannot even explain, where they got it wrong." But then I will also say that there was too much belief in Esther Onyenezide. Of course, she's a very good player, exceptional player, but then she had the chance to actually put her side ahead. Before Bayelsa Queens got that goal, she was in a one-on-one, position or situation with the goalie. Just for her to, chip the ball into the net, she was trying to, run the goalkeeper, but then the goalkeeper was smarter, and then was how Bayelsa Queens actually scored from that counter, and then it was a painful really result for FC Robo Queens yesterday. As I'm talking to you right now, well, they should be in Lagos already because there was nothing there was nothing left for them to actually fight for. So they lost 2 games and then they are out. In the second game, well, okay, before I talk about the second game, I also spoke with Daniel Igali. A very good motivational moment from him, if you ask me. Actually inspired the girls, to go all out. And he's so optimistic that Bayelsa Queens will win this title. Remember, they are the defending champions. And he actually made it clear that the Bayelsa state government they are very, very specially interested in this team. In fact, the governor had to call him and say, look, in every match, you have to be there. And then he asked a very good question yesterday, Van, how many, sports commissioners have you seen, following teams all around? It tells you that they are highly motivated and they are highly paid as well, if not the highest paid female team as far as the country is concerned. So a whole lot is at stake and so much more to watch out for. It's not yet Uhuru for any of the teams right now because they have the chance to deliver, especially Group B, where we saw magic yesterday. I call it magic because when, Delta Queens defeated Conference Queens, a day before this game that was played yesterday, Edo Queens were already celebrating, saying, well, if Delta can actually female Conference Queens 3-1, then it's going to be a stroll in the park for them. But then, hey, when the whistle actually sounds yesterday, it was a different ball game. The girls from Lokoja believe in themselves. The coach White Ogbonda went back to the drawing board, proved that he understands the game. He knows exactly what he's doing, make some corrections, took off some players that he felt were not too good, to deliver for him, kept them on the bench, and then, actually introduced some fresh legs that actually did it magic for him yesterday. Just 1-0, a substitute, Chukwuamaka Osigwe, delivering for Conference Queens yesterday. Edo Queens couldn't believe what happened to them. It was like a dream. And as it is right now, it is looking so blinky for them. I told you, when we actually spoke, I think day one of this counter, look, you have to win. If you fail to win, especially your first game or second, then there's a problem. So that's exactly what happened to FC Rebel. So Conference Queens right now, they are one leg into the third place because the two second place, or should I say the two teams that finished second will fight for the bronze. Meanwhile, the top two teams will go into the final, fight for the title. So whatever happens tomorrow between Edo Queens and Delta Queens will now decide or determine what happens to Conference Queens. The only problem now with Conference is that they consider free, against Delta. So that goal will probably count against them if Edo Queens, record a win over Delta Queens. I wouldn't know how many goals, but then again, I don't see that happening because number one, Delta are playing at home. They wouldn't want their fans to be disappointed. Two, they want to play in the final because they are hosting and they want to win it as well. Then three, they are unbeaten streak. They don't want that to be shattered. So there's a whole lot for Delta Queens and Edo Queens. I just feel sorry for them because from the look of things, it might just be all over for them. And nobody, I repeat, nobody will believe that Edo Queens will not even, make a statement as far as this one is concerned. I understand that the management of the team are not happy. You understand why they are not happy because they spent a whole lot this season, even with insurance as well. Bunch of the trips, away trips were on flight. I mean, they were highly motivated. And if things did not go well for them now, you will understand why they are not happy. They surely will be disappointed, really.
A good one there coming from Ahmad Emmanuel, giving us updates concerning the matches that went down yesterday in the NWFL Super 6. It's down to the wires now. Among the clubs, Bayelsa Queens, all the teams fighting to see how they can dislodge the defending champion. Well, from the way it is, Delta Queens, Edo Queens, Confluence Queens, they need to really fight hard in last day. We'll see who stays up top and then who goes down. Well, let's cross over to the men's version of the Super 6 taking place in Lagos at Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Well, right now, let's look at how the event actually went down yesterday. Well, let's look at that story. MPFL Super 6, Eyimba. Rivers maintain lead as match day 3 and in stalemate. All teams actually participated and those matches ended in draw. And let's quickly look at the results and we look at the table before we drag in Ahmad Emmanuel while he's still with us there. Well, if you look at Ben Dangerous against Eyimba, they shared this point 1-1, ended 1-1 there. Remo Stars also shared 1-1 against Sunshine Stars of Akure. Lobby Stars, it was a stalemate against Rivers United, both of them sharing 1 point there, but no team scored. So the battle of match day 3 was a tough one because all the teams were ready to make sure they get a point. And now let's look at how the table is standing. in the match day 3 of and that's MPFL. That's Super 6 teams that play now. Enyimba still topping there with 5 points after playing 3 matches. They score 4. They actually consider 3 goal difference of 1. Rivers United are second. You have Remo Stars and Bende Insurance with 3, while Sunshine Stars and Lobby Stars they have 2. So right now, Amadi man, when you look at this particular table, after the result of yesterday actually ended in draws, the 3 matches, the teams, the 6 of them, you have Enyimba Rivers with 5 points. You have Remo and Bende, 3 Bende Insurance, 3 points. And Sunshine Stars and Lobby, 2 points. It was like a meeting agreed between the clubs.
Well, honestly, you'll be correct if you say about, that it's like a meeting, agreed from all of the teams playing in the Super 6. But again, it's a beauty of football to watch. It tells you that if we motivate the players, the teams play in our leagues, especially with the transmission of football matches on TV, oh my word, then you have a whole lot of talents that will showcase what they have. I mean, there'll be transparency as well. The referee knows is that a whole lot of people are watching him, and he'll probably want to be up and doing. He will surely want to give his A game, So that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Having said that much, I must tell you, but yesterday, Enyimba, were just almost, having it so good
against Benden Insurance FC, and somehow they conceded with that superb header, or Ojo Olonrileke couldn't believe it. Maybe you want to blame the defenders, but trust me, it ended in a stalemate 1-1. And I keep asking, there's something special about Insurance FC during the regular season, and they are still maintaining van. However, in this Super 6, you've recorded 3 draws, and you have just 3 points. It's not good at all. So what's the need going unbeaten without clinching the title? Probably maybe they will go back and ask some questions. Why not go all out and play this game? I think they were so much focusing on the record, that they want to go unbeaten, so that it will be on record that they went all season and then no team actually defeated them. But a lot of people will ask again, what did you make out of that unbeaten run? So this is the only thing that makes me so feel bad for Benden Insurance SC. Having said that, Enyimba Rivers United, come on, it's looking so tight, really. Like I said, Enyimba will have been celebrating now because they'll feel relaxed if they had won yesterday. But as it is now, it's still tight.
Nobody should go and
relax, especially Enyimba, and the Rivers. Of course, they are topping, but then we just goes difference, I should say. Now, let me also tell you that Benden Insurance FC on their own is like, okay, let's go and focus on the Federation Cup, win it, and then represent the country as far as the continent is concerned. So for them, they should just forget about the MPFL title. But again, I think the NFF, the IMC will probably sit down and review, the strength and the records that have been set by Benden Insurance FC, and maybe possibly reward them, awesomely. That would be a consolation for not winning, the league. It's so tight, really. For Remo, well, they actually came out, gave us some beautiful football, and a lot of people were applauding them. They actually drew level late in the first game, and they had to come from behind. They were leading as well in the second game. When they thought they were already running away with the 3 points, they considered a let go. So it's not too good for the man they call Ijabol, who is in charge of Junior Remo. But then and again, we're watching the best of football as far as Nigeria league is concerned, and I must tell you that I'm proud. But again, I think the players, are also very careful. If you look at it, too many draws in this competition. Yesterday, all the matches ended in a draw. So it tells you that there is this solidity as far as the teams are concerned. The attackers are doing well, but the defenders are more solid, if you ask me. I want to give it to the defenders. I saw the national team coach talking about Besseru, having an eye on some of the matches and probably maybe keeping an eye on some of the players as well. I do hope that maybe after this Super 6, some of the players will be rewarded with national team invitation, not just inviting them for invitation's sake, please allow them to play. Give that confidence, encourage them, and if you believe in them and urge them on, I really do believe that they will surely deliver. So for me, there is a whole lot of benefit as far as this Super Six is concerned. But again, insurance is one thing that keeps coming into my mind. I feel so bad for them, but then there's nothing anyone can do.
Okay, don't feel bad, Emmanuel. At least the matches are still there. They are still going to fight for more. Let's see what happens. After all, they qualify for the final of the Federations Cup. A lot of activities in the world of football concerning Nigeria, even though for Coach Pizarro, like you mentioned, for the fact that he has been around, penciling down name of player performing. But the main thing is that aside writing down names, is for us to see those players being given the chance, the opportunity to showcase their talent from Nigerian league, that they can actually do well with the senior players that are actually coming from Europe, because we've seen him several times writing names, and there's only one player that the name will actually listed, and the player will not even see the action at all. So right now, talking about the MPF and also the NWFL, we just gave you update concerning how it's going in Asaba and also in Lagos, where the teams are fighting hard to see who win this league for this season. For men, 100 million naira is on ground for the winner, while for the women, 10 million naira is also on ground, while the runners will get 5 and the third position will go with 3. 18 million naira on ground for the women football. More must be done concerning that. Our ladies are really trying when it comes to giving Nigeria that wonderful name among Community of Nations, but we really need to give them more opportunity to make more when it comes to the lucrative business of football. Away from there, let's talk about the NBA finals taking place over there in America quickly, for the fact that Denver Nuggets, they beat Miami Heat 109-94 to win Game 3. Game 1, Denver Nuggets actually scooped that. Game 2, it was Miami Heat. And right now, Game 3, well, going the way of the team from Colorado, Denver Nuggets. And right now, looking at how the result went down just earlier today. Well, for the man of the moment, Nikola Jokic, the one they call the Joker, he got 32 points, triple point. You have Jamal Murray also doing so well, 34 in this particular series. It's now 2-1 in the series. In the rebound section, 21 for Jokic, 10 for Murray, and 10 assists coming from both of them to support their team. Denver Nuggets right now winning that game 109-94, and I'm making it 2-1 in the race for Game 7. Well, from the way it is, let's see what happened concerning that. Ahmad, looking at this year's NBA series, it seems it's a bit tough now. The way Denver Nuggets qualified for the final was much more easier, but right now they are finding it a bit tough against Miami Heat. What's the secret? Miami Heat was not rated before this tournament actually started.
Of course, you're very correct. Nobody gave them any chance as far as the NBA is concerned. But trust me, what a night of basketball, the best of basketball, really, you can always catch as far as the NBA is concerned. Of course, the Miami Heat, like you said, nobody gave them the chance. But I think there's a little bit of complacency, from Nuggets, believing that they will have it all. But maybe, just maybe, the Miami Heat have gone on the ground, on the study of their strengths and weaknesses, and give them a fight of their lives. So I wasn't surprised, really. It's basketball, and I'll compare it to maybe boxing in a way that, two fighters will go into the ring making a lot of boasts and all that, but just one moment will decide the fate of the match. So that's just similar to basketball. When you go into the court, you have your moment. Sometimes you have this very good moment to just come and then you take it. We've had players getting, 3-pointers in a row, helping their teams to clinch something, even when the clock ticks down. So for me, it's a big one. It's a good one. And of course, what more can I say? Where else can you get the best of basketball, if not the NBA? And that's exactly what we saw earlier today.
Well, good one. Let's see what happens concerning the remaining series. Right now, it's still 2-1 coming from Denver Nuggets against Miami Heat. The Heat is really getting turned on, and we'll continue to give you more details concerning the basketball NBA there. Now, let's talk about the biggest one yesterday in the Europa Conference League. A good one for West Ham United. The Hammer actually waited for so many years, 58 years thereabout, before they could actually scoop this particular competition after winning the European Winners' Cup as far back as 1965. But right now, they've done this, celebrating. David Moyes is the happiest man. Ahmad Emmanuel, good one for David Moyes. Really, he showed that the Scottish man is just the second person after Sir Alex Ferguson to get an European Cup.
What a story and what a night, really. Especially, I'm happy for David Moyes. He has proven to be a force to reckon with as far as managerial realm is concerned. He took West Ham all the way, bit by bit, game by game. A lot of people are like, okay, can they make it? Remember, they came so close last year, and then they could not win it. This time around, they went a step higher, and now they are celebrating. Just when a lot of people were expecting the final whistle for the match to go into extra time, and that magic moment came. So for me, it's congratulations to West Ham. But again, the Hammers actually hammered the Italians, telling them that they deserve to clinch this trophy. But though, when you watch the larger duration of the game, both teams were a little bit careful. They were playing with a lot of cautions and all that. But somebody must go home and somebody must clinch the title. But it's not a good one for the Italian side. They just have one more opportunity now to at least say, oh, well, we went to the European final, in none of the finals, and then we actually came back with something, Before now, we're like, oh, wow, something is special now. Something good is going on in the Italian Serie A. They have three teams, both in the Conference League and the UEFA Europa and even the UEFA Champions League. We saw what Sevilla did to, AS Roma's led Jose Mourinho, and that was another big one that a lot of people talked about, with Jose Mourinho making the headlines for the wrong reasons too. And this one, Fiorentina not being able to clinch this title at the expense of West Ham, a disappointing one for the whole of Italia Football Federation, if I'll put it that way. I haven't said that much. It's a good one, and I think West Ham really deserve this win. They've fought so hard. They've been so consistent, if you ask me, bit by bit, game by game. And David Moyes, once again, is one man I think right now a lot of suitors will probably keep an eye on. The big clubs, like people will say, will now believe that, well, it's like this guy has got something to give. Maybe, just maybe, I wouldn't know. But then I must say, big congratulations to them.
Good one, West Ham United getting that record there after so many years. Well, unbeaten they were because they played 12 games in this Europa Conference. They never actually lost any match there. Congrats to the Hammers of England and also of London. This football is still in London. And before we go, let's just take two transfer stories. Two in one is going to be, let's talk about Real Madrid right now. At least right now, agreeing a deal for Jude Bellingham. Bellingham right now has become the man of the moment. 103 million euros deal to sign Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund. That is the Los Blancos getting that deal done right now. Congrats to the team. Well, for the fact that they got their man. Right now, they've agreed that particular deal. And the last one has to do with Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi to join Inter Miami in Major League Soccer. He wants to go to Miami while attention was on Barcelona or Saudi Arabia Al Ittihad. It was yesterday that Messi quickly issued a statement stating that he would prefer to go to Miami there. Quickly, let's just have a glimpse of that particular statement. I've made the decision that I'm going to Miami. I still don't have it agreed upon 100%, and a few things are needed, but well, we decided to continue my path here. After winning the World Cup and not being able to return to Barcelona, it was my turn to go to the League of the United States to leave football in another way and to enjoy the day-to-day more. Good one coming from Messi, trying to clarify himself for the fact that he won't be going to Al Ittihad, neither to Barcelona, but he'll be staying with Al Ittihad. Rather, he will be going to Inter Miami to join David Beckham franchise there. Good one for Lionel Messi, World Cup holder, and also Ballon. He has done when it comes to winning Ballon, and also Player of the Year. Well, Ahmad Emmanuel, I want to appreciate your time, but before I let you go, just at least one word concerning Lionel Messi moving to ready to join Inter Miami.
I think it's one of the stories that almost broke the internet yesterday. When I saw it myself, I was like, wow. Well, a lot of people were like, okay, maybe Barca, maybe Saudi Arabia. But he actually made a very clear statement that there are a lot of issues surrounding his return to Barca. I find the fans really wanted him back. They want him to come. They love him. He would have probably loved to end his career with like the way, or probably leave Barca the way the likes of Xavi and Iniesta left. But a lot of things needed to be put in place. So he does not really want to cause problems for some players that probably will be forced out because he was going to return to Barca. So for Saudi Arabia, it was not all about the money. He wants to go to Inter Miami. It's been a long time that David Beckham has been chasing Messi. It's not now. So I wasn't surprised yesterday when he actually made that decision. And if you look at the part of the statement he issued, there were a whole lot, involved apart from money, even life after football. So for me, well, Messi has taken the best decision, and we can only wish him well. Just go there, relax, and play football. What more do you want from him? He has won the World Cup, Champions League, almost everything. So for me, it's a good one. So it's just go to the United States of America and enjoy football the way he really wants to play there.
And the Los Merengues getting the man they wanted, that's Jude Bellingham. He will be joining Kamavinga and Tchouaméni in that midfield. What's going to be happening concerning next season from Real Madrid?
Honestly, it's a massive one for Real, and I wasn't surprised. They have this philosophy. They have a very good scouting department that knows exactly who to bring and who to be replaced as far as that club is concerned, except maybe if something goes wrong. So for Bellingham, I think it was a good one for him. And he's young. He still have, he's still got a lot to offer. And I think with the style and standard of Real Madrid, he can only get better as a footballer. So it's a good one, really.
Okay, good one there. Well, Ahmad Emmanuel, we want to appreciate your time joining us from Asaba, Delta State. Thanks so much.
The pleasure is always mine. Thanks a lot.
Yes, what a way to end the show with the Galacticos getting Jude Bellingham there. Always want to go for the best there. Well, that's it on 360 Sports on Trust TV. Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.